Well, I never thought I'd be back again here this soon.
We need to find out what these Qunari were up to. So let's go see, shall we? Look at all that. The Qunari have a huge operation here. Yeah, but for what? This place isn't stable.
Once again, your mark is glowing. Are you all right?
Well, maybe the anchor can make itself useful down here. Qunari were definitely up to something. Excavating that cave-in, maybe.
After all the places we have been, I hardly expected to find us in another cave. Still, as mad as our lives have been, I would take any chance to be together.
Why, Seeker, after all these years, I had no idea you felt that way. Oh, you meant him. Stay back!
Oh.
Wait. Your hand. Are you the Inquisitor?
Odd to find a human down in the deep roads at all, let alone surrounded by Qunari.
We don't have much time. Please, what the Vidasala is doing, you have to stop her.
The Vidasala? That's a high-ranking Bin Hasrath. Specializes in magic. Finding, studying, stopping.
Not anymore. I don't care whether you serve Fenharel or not. Someone has to stop her.
What are you talking about? What makes you think I serve this Fenharel?
Why do the Qunari think that the Inquisition serves Fenharel?
I don't know. The Vidasala said it, and well, you're Dalish. It made as much sense as anything.
Racist.
Fenharel causing trouble all over the crossroads. Sabotage, making spirits attack us. I assume the Inquisition was their army. That you came here because Fenharel told you to.
Who are you?
Who are you, exactly?
My name is Jeren. Sir Jeren, once. I was a Templar in Kirkwall, until I joined the Qun.
You're Qunari?
Kirkwall was madness. Chaos. The Qunari were like the eye of a storm. I stand for order and discipline. Protecting the innocent from magic. But this plan... it's as mad as Meredith ever was.
Alright, so explain not anymore.
What do you mean? This Vidasala's not doing her job anymore?
Almost a complete reversal, actually. This place is a lyrium mining and processing center. The Qunari need it for... Have you ever heard of Sarabas?
Dangerous thing. It's what the Qun calls mages.
Even as a Templar, I'd never seen anything like the power Sarabas can unleash. And now Vidasala is giving them lyrium. A lot of lyrium. It's part of something she calls Dragon's Breath.
That's a load of crap. There's no way the Vidasala would let any Sarabas within 1,000 feet of lyrium.
There's more to it than that, but I couldn't find out what. The Qunari don't like it when you ask too many questions.
But how are they getting the lyrium? I thought only dwarves can mine lyrium.
The Qunari can't be mining their own lyrium. It kills anyone who tries, other than dwarves.
It killed the Qunari at first. But Qunari workers have a discipline only Tranquil can match. And they're quick learners. They figured it out.
Uh-huh. So what is this place?
Where are we? Why are there elven mirrors in the deep roads?
This place is close to something like a lyrium spring. The more we mine, the more there seems to be. As for the mirrors, I don't know. Maybe the elves were mining here too.
So what's your role in all this?
What are you doing down here?
The Qunari wanted me to teach them everything I knew about lyrium. Where it comes from, everything it can do, how we put it to use. I knew enough from my time in the Order. They figured out more. I'm not sure how. Maybe they got to the Carter.
So the Qunari are in the deep roads. They're using elven magical mirrors to move about. They're mining lyrium themselves, not dwarves, because they figured it out somehow. And they're using it, they're feeding it to their mages, Qunari mages, Cerebos. All part of a plan called Dragon's Breath.
That's not seriously the name of the plan, is it? Dragon's Breath?
You know that most Dragon's Breath destroys everything in its path, right? She said it would save the South. That can mean only one thing. An invasion. This mine is the only source of lyrium the Qunari have. They're using Gatlock, the explosive powder in the round casks, to mine, so they don't have to touch raw lyrium. If you get the primers from Central Supply, you can prime the Gatlock and detonate it. The mines will go up in flames.
You think that'll be enough?
Even if I succeed, will that really stop the Vidisala?
It would be a start. Deep stalkers and cave-ins will cut off reinforcements, but they'll still come when they hear trouble. You've got to find the Vidisala to end this war before it begins.
Alright then, get out of here.
There's no telling how bad things will get when I destroy the mine. You better get moving.
I will. Good luck, Inquisitor.
Let's go. We have a lyrium mine to ruin.
Alright then.
We saw the Qunari make these things explode. Maybe we can use them to get out of here.
Gatlock, yeah? That'll definitely explode. Be careful.
These walls of blue flame were cast by the agent of Fen'Harel as he ran through this place, bringing chaos and destruction. Do not light fires from them. Do not go near them. Fen'Harel's mage servant made them to hamper us, and they bring only death.
I keep feeling like I'm gonna bang my horns on this crap.
Would you like me to go first?
I wouldn't mind the view.
Are you comfortable fighting Qunari, knowing they are hostile to the Inquisition?
I'm not Qunari anymore. Whatever they're doing, I'm ready to stop. And until then, there's nobody I'd rather crack skulls with than all of you.
What a well-oiled operation the Qunari have. I think we should kill them, don't you?
Gatlock primers should be nearby.
For an army of mages. Several armies, in fact.
Alright. Let's look for the primers. The guy to be in here somewhere. Over here maybe. Oh. There we go.
Primers. Let's go explode some Gatlock.
Alright, that's one down. 3 more to go. Two down. 2 more to go. Three down. Just 1 more to go. And
Get out of here and warn the others about this Dragon's Breath plan.
Maybe Red's got news from her sources by now. We can ask her. You know, assuming we make it out of here without drowning.
yeah, huh?
Poor man. He didn't make it far. Who gets to tell Cullen and Josephine we're probably at war with the Q? Anyone?
Don't look at me.
They're gonna kill me.
Dragon's breath. The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors. But what does it mean?
Who knows? Qunari agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fenarel.
Well, it could all be a ruse.
Corypheus tried to set himself up as a god. Maybe someone who knows Elven history is doing the same.
But how does that implicate us? What made them decide that the Inquisition serves this Fenharel?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidisala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari Corps.
Orle would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
Don't worry, I'll take and I'll look into this.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, gentlemen. I'll see to this personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Orle stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
How did that barrel get here?
That barrel there. Where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
Well, if you ask for my opinion, I'd say that we should find a peaceful solution. One that doesn't require anyone being taken into any sort of custody, but if I have to choose the lesser evil, then I'm sorry, but you attacked him first.
I apologize for my guard's actions. My people will take her into custody, with your permission.
As you say, Inquisitor, Lord Cyril will hear about this.
I certainly hope so.
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard?
The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace.
Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the dragon's breath.
Yeah. They plan to blow up the Winter Palace, I'm assuming. The guard also found a note.
The guard who confronted the servant said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Qunari writing.
Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidisala through the mirror marked by a bookcase.
Oh. Well, there you go. It's gotta be our best lead yet.
If we're going to find the Vidisala and stop this dragon's breath, this is our chance.
Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
So, how are the Seekers?
I hear you've been rebuilding the Seekers.
Slowly, but yes. I managed to find a few of my former comrades who'd scattered to the winds. Some of them were unsuitable, and I did not ask them to return. Others felt as I did, once they read the Lord Seeker's tome. We've since recruited a few candidates who are going through training now, with full disclosure. What comes after this, I cannot be certain. I'm making it up as I go along.
Well, don't we all?
Sounds familiar.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
So, the Chantry has changed a bit, hasn't it?
So, what do you think of the Chantry?
You ask me just to poke at me and see if I react, don't you? It is what it is. Most Holiest reforms are interesting, to say the least. I hope they last once Liliana is gone. Regardless of what I think, it could have been far worse. You and I both remember the dark times we faced. Sadly, others have far shorter memories.
So, about this Exalted Council.
What do you think of the Exalted Council?
They are frightened of your power, and there is no longer a hole in the sky to remind them that it was needed.
Well, maybe they're right.
They might be right.
Do not say that near them unless you want to give them the scent of blood. Even so, I would wait and see where this leads. Calmer heads may yet prevail.
When has that ever been the case?
I'm an optimist. Just ask Varric.
Uh-huh.
I'll see you later.
Farewell.
Qunari first, mix with elves, add dwarfs. Ugh, doesn't anyone drink their booze one at a time anymore? And the elves here are still squirrely.
Still suspicious of elves, eh?
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot, but don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Qunari, but something else is on the up.
Oh yeah? Well, speaking of elves, your thoughts on elven creators?
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven ruin. About the creators.
They're not even demons, just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who use them to make me feel broken can still eat it. But always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half the hurt for them. Maybe we're old now, but I'm tired of it. I'd rather worry about people I care about. Like you. Are you alright with it? The creators?
Well, I've been doing alright so far.
I'll make sense of it, eventually.
Good that someone's trying. Better that it's you, because you can do it.
Thanks, I guess. So, your thoughts on the Inquisition?
It's been a couple years. How's everything sitting with you?
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to get fond of things. Leliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes do things for her, like I do for you. All that blood and thunder just so everyone can live well an hour once around. Good lesson, I suppose, if there had to be one.
Alright, Sarah. See you around for now.
We'll talk later.
Oh, one thing. My Jenny near Wycombe says your clan's doing well. Nice that some things work out, even if everyone's too busy to notice. That's why I notice things.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Wish I hadn't burned all my contacts with the Ben Hasrath. Be nice to have some idea what they're doing right now.
Yeah, but then you'd be on their side, Chief.
Yes, but I'd know things. I like knowing things.
Can you tell me about this Qunari bull?
What can you tell me about the Qunari we're dealing with?
These aren't Ben Hasrath. They're specialists, working for a Vidasala. Ben Hasrath handle normal security. The Vidasala's people focus entirely on magic. They find it, they study it, they neutralize it. And they must be desperate if they're using Illuvians. I'd expect them to shatter any mirror they find.
So how have you been, Bull? How are the Chargers?
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The loyalty is touching, Krem.
Alright, fellas. See you later.
I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, boss.
See ya.
Need me for anything?
So, Rainier, this is a bit of a reunion, don't you think?
It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again.
I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic talk or the world ending just to bring us together? I got the chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talking to Cassandra, but the commander appears to have forgiven me, finally.
So, how are the wardens doing?
What is it like being a warden now?
Things are in upheaval. There have been heated arguments about the future of the Order. I wouldn't be surprised if we tore ourselves apart.
Oh, well, that's not the news I was hoping to hear. Your thoughts on the Council?
What do you think's going to happen at the Exalted Council?
Maker, I have no idea. Politics always makes my head spin. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
Yeah. Alright, well, I have to go.
Until later.
Take care.
Everything going all right so far?
Not particularly. So, have you heard from Hawk?
Any word from Hawk?
I got a message from, well, best not to name an entire chain of smuggling syndicates in the Light Company. Anyway, Weishaupt is apparently the special kind of mess that only appears when Hawk shows up. I'm not entirely sure how it'll all play out, but my money's on Hawk walking away from the Warden's fortress as it explodes.
I wouldn't be surprised. So what's the deal with this Bran, was it?
So Bran used to be Viscount, and now he just follows you around?
Provisional Viscount.
Pretty much.
With a permanent appointee, finally, in the Viscount's office, I am free to return to my post as Seneschal.
He means my true calling is arrogantly telling people they can't talk to the Viscount. He's good at it, too.
I'd imagine. So, no fan club today?
I'm surprised no one from the Council of Heralds wants your autograph.
You just missed them. Duke Cyril keeps asking me for spoilers for my next book.
Uh-huh. Alright, Varric, we'll talk later.
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me.
Sorry, I meant Viscount Tethras.
Was there something you needed?
So, Cullen. Back at the Winter Palace.
Do you remember the first time we came to the Winter Palace?
All too well. I've already answered a half-dozen questions about my personal life. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political small talk.
Fair enough. So, how's your family?
Is there any news from Ferelden? How's your family?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
Oh. Well, I'm glad they're well.
All good news then?
Not all, but most of it is, and that's good enough.
I see. Alright, well, we'll talk later.
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Cullen.
I knew it was foolish to hope the Exalted Council would go smoothly.
Still, could be worse.
At least the sky hasn't torn open again.
Give it time. The day's still young.
So, what news have you heard?
Have your agents any news I should hear about?
There is activity in the Tirashan. Strange elves, like those at the Temple of Mythal. No news of Solus, however.
And how are your nugs?
Tell me about your nugs. Did you get any new ones?
Oh yes! A litter was born just a month ago. We are weaning them right now. If you are hoping for one, I'm afraid they're already spoken for.
Ah, that's a shame. So, speaking of nugs, how's the hero of Ferelden?
How are things between you and the hero of Ferelden?
We see each other whenever we can. There is gossip, of course. People who call me inappropriate. But love is one of the Maker's greatest gifts, and nothing to be ashamed of. Start and end with love, and everything else falls into place. As divine, I have tried to spread this message. It's taken some time, but I think people are listening, especially now.
Alright, well... Do you miss the Inquisition?
Do you miss being our spy master?
I think I miss the people more than the work. Josie, Cullen... I didn't notice how much I liked having them near until they weren't. We write, of course, but it's not the same.
Alright, well, just came by to say hello.
Perhaps later, Liliana.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Say it.
Darling, what can I do for you?
So, Vivienne, how's the Circle?
How are things for the Circle of Magi?
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear. The College of Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
Right, the college. The Circle College. What do you think of the new Divine?
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working out.
Liliana is managing to hold the Chantry together, just barely. Likely your influence.
I plead the fifth.
We'll talk another time.
Wait. That doesn't exist here. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orlesians and Fereldans completely aghast. Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on.
So, you've been gone a long time.
What did you do in Tevinter while you were away?
I went home. Twice. The father was only there once. Mother was drunk both times. I also went to Carinas to see my good friend Maeveris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Any thoughts on the council?
Any thoughts about the Exalted Council?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new tailor for one. From the paintings of Liliana in that enormous robe, you'd think she was pregnant. Could cause a delicious scandal. As for this whole Exalted Council business, well... I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. Sadly, I'm always right. So long as the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really in charge, they'll never sleep comfortably. Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
I suppose we will.
Another time.
I look forward to it.
Say it.
The Qunari will feel the loss of their lyrium. It is not an easy commodity to come by. You've done well. The Exalted Council, meanwhile, has deadlocked.
Is that a good thing?
Does that help us or not?
It is dangerous, yet also an opportunity. You will be called in soon. Move boldly and swiftly, and you may decide the outcome. You are their equal here, Inquisitor. It is time we reminded them of it.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Good. Time to get some answers from the Vidasala.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Andaran Atishan, Methadra Elven.
More ancient elven.
Hello.
Wish, honored Elven. I will speak so your guests understand. I am study.
Oh.
I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Qunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
So what is this place?
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Virtithara, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
Why are the paths in disarray?
What put this place into disarray?
The Virtithara was made with world and fade. When they sundered, so did we. Paths broke, knowledge fragmented, many were trapped. I preserved their last words.
What last words?
What were these old elves' last words?
What happened? Where are the paths? Where are the paths? God save me, the floor is gone. Do not let me fall. Do not let me... On this spot, that is all.
Thanks. Really paints a picture.
So, what's Vidasala doing here?
I'm looking for a Qunari called Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
The Veil?
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Qunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
Alright. So what can you tell me about the old elves?
I could learn so much about my people. What were they like? How long is our history?
I will try to recall Honored Patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Ema Enasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every... Missing. I cannot. There is no more. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
Alright, let's go.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Qunari, recently woke the librarians.
Right.
Unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Alright. If you say so.
There, Qunari, on that upside-down island. That repairs some of the steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted illuvian must lead to the Qunari.
Ow!
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
These Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Look at their eyes. They died in fear.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
They're saying some guy just made the veil? We must have been ass deep in demons before then.
If it's true, that means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
Huh. Alright then. Well,
Floating crap, magic mirror crap, evil demon crap. When this is over, I'm gonna need somebody to hit me with a stick again.
No.
I'm not sure whether I want that to be a metaphor or not.
Next time we get the gang back together, let's do a dragon instead. Dragons are fun.
pages of this book, Memory. They warn of a terrible danger, a wolf with slavering black jaws and pits for eyes. The Evenuris, the elven gods, stand in a ring around it, as if preventing it from attacking. Beware the forms of Fen'Harel. The dread wolf comes in humble guises. A wanderer who knows much of the people and their spirits. He will offer advice that seems fair, but turns slowly to poison. Remember the price of treason, and keep in your heart the mercy of your gods.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down illuvian.
Creepy. Helpful, but creepy.
Can we trust this magic?
It's a place of learning. Maybe this Vir de Thaura is helping us find what we need.
Now it's even weirder.
Inquisitor, we must look at your hand.
The pain stopped. More dead Qunari, with terrified expressions.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Harel. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Harel's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So the ancient elven empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic?
If what we're hearing is true, this would have been a disaster beyond measure.
Do you realize what this means? What this place is? The actual history of the elves could change everything. Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build illuvians of our own?
No.
But think of the...
Nope.
After these past few years, it would just be good to create something magical that is also helpful for a change.
Is that wise?
If I get around to it, I'll send you an Illuvian, Cassandra. Striking women can never be flattered by too many reflections.
If you get around to it, shall I be forced to accept?
If they're gonna stuff me into politics, I've got to have some fun on the side.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted Illuvian now.
Survivor of the Breach. Herald of Change. Hero of the South.
The Vidisala, I presume.
After fulfilling your purpose at the Breach, it is astonishing to hear you still walked free among your people. Your duty is done, Inquisitor. It is time to end your magic.
Unfortunately for you, that decision isn't up to you.
I've defeated all your Ben Hasrath so far.
So you have. The repercussions have already begun. I am no stranger to catastrophe, but this chaos in the south defies comprehension. The Qun left your people to curb your own magic. You've amply proven we should have stepped in long ago.
So you try mass assassination?
Is that what Dragon's Breath is for? Murdering our heads of state just to control our magic?
Do you believe closing the breach solved everything? That its consequences stopped there? The day we saw the breach, the Qun decided its action. We would remove your leaders and spare those who toil. This agent of Fen'Harel has disrupted everything. Lives that were to be spared, lost for him.
Who is this agent? Why would you think they work for the Inquisition?
Kill the Inquisitor, then follow me to the Darvarad.
I'm talking to you. Hello? Are all Qunari so rude? Alright then. Now where did our... Oh.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
Hello? Can you tell me where the Vidisala went?
Can you tell me where a Qunari called the Vidisala went?
Yes, we heard much, although she fooled herself into thinking we could not hear. Take a keystone to the Darvarad. I will join you there soon and take stock of our remaining Gatlock powder. If it is something you would like to see, I sense a key nearby. I have words to open it.
Demons, dragons, and even darkspawn. Now Qunari. I wonder if we will ever run out of things to fight.
Now I'm thinking about dragons, and I'm even more depressed about being here.
The dragons were amazing, weren't they?
They really were.
I never understood my homeland's fascination with dragons until the Inquisition. I suppose I am Navaran after all.
You don't like corpses, though. Maybe you're Qunari.
I have this. Is this a keystone?
I found a keystone with one of the Qunari.
Yes, and you need words for their key. Maras Nira. It glows. It will open the way to the Davaran. May you find what you seek. In coming here, you strengthen the paths. I can now raise one, if you wish to go.
Oh. Thank you.
Gildethal was what the Elven called me. One who guides seekers of knowledge true. I was connection. One city could read the records of another. One Elven feel the memories of another. When the veil fell upon us, I marked the end of all they knew.
I see.
To find this Darvarad and corner Vidisala there.
Your agents confirm there are Gatlock battles in Denerim's palace?
Yes, and in Valwayo and across the Free Marches. The Winter Palace is not the only target.
The Qunari are one order from destroying every noble house in the known world.
There is a bright side. Warning the ambassadors will remind them of the Inquisition's value.
Not when the Inquisition is responsible for that threat.
What do you mean? What are you saying, Liliana? Are you saying that we're the leak?
They came in through us?
Yes.
How?
Oh, damn it!
The elven servant handling the barrels has disappeared. Notes in his quarters suggest he was a Qunari spy.
But the servant was Orlesian. That implicates Orlais, not us.
But the barrels arrived at the Winter Palace on the Inquisition supply manifest.
How are we supposed to fight a war when we can't even trust our own people?
So what do we know about our leak?
Do you know who got the barrels onto the Inquisition manifest?
Yes, several of the Inquisition's elven workers have gone missing. I had their backgrounds checked. They joined the Inquisition after fleeing the chaos in Kirkwall.
I remember when Kirkwall was at its worst. Many of the city's elves converted to the Qun, trying to find a better life.
And the Qunari turned them into spies.
Well, we can still do good here.
The Inquisition stopped Corypheus and saved the world. We can't let an outside threat change who we are.
I fought to protect the Inquisition in this exalted council. And for what? So we could deceive and threaten those we claimed to protect?
Once we locate the spies...
This isn't about the spies. You hid the Qunari body. You all but seized control of the Winter Palace.
We did what was right, not what was politically convenient.
Do you know what this has cost us with Orlais and Ferelden? They are planning to dismantle us as we speak. And perhaps they are right.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's under control for now. But we don't have a lot of time. I need to get to the Darvarad.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Would you like us to inform the Exalted Council of the danger?
Oh, sure, why not? If we don't get out of this alive, we're all gonna die anyway. Or, you know, re-educated into the Qun. So, yeah, do it.
Yes, if we fail, the Exalted Council needs to know what happened.
I will inform them personally.
Leliana, I can...
No, your job is hard enough already. This is my responsibility.
I'll have guards ready at the Alluvion, in case the Qunari attack the palace.
Make her watch over you.